All right, we are back with another Market Minute with Gio. Gio, thank you so much for coming on. Happy New Year,
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy 2024. Can't believe it.
2024. And I mean, let's go there. I think this is going to be a better year for real estate than 2023. Everything seems to indicate that.
Yeah, rates are down, and I think all the indications are that they will continue to come down. So hopefully it's a really good year. I think obviously rates stymied up the market a bit, so lower rates should mean some better movement. It'll be good.
Do you think that this has anything to do? I think when we started, I was clean shaven, and in the last episode, I had a little bit of scruff, and now I've got almost a full grown beard as well as I can do. Do you think this is like a playoff beard? Should I not shave at all?
Do not shave it. We are going the right way. Please do not shave it.
Awesome. So, talk about rates. Where are they, and how is that impacting people at this point?
Yeah, for the last couple of weeks, we've been in the sixes. So let's say sixes, mid to high sixes, but I like saying sixes. It rolls off the tongue a lot better than seven or eight.
It definitely does.
Um, so today we're sitting right about 6.75% on the rate. I think last meeting was 7.125.
Wow. So
So
that's
it's
yeah. I mean,
it's
that's a good move, right?
It's a good move. Yeah, it's about the same amount of movement as from last meeting to the meeting prior to that. But I think psychologically, when you say 7.5 to 7.1, you still hear sevens. When you hear sixes, even though it's high sixes, psychologically, I think it's good for people.
Yeah. And so, remind me about how much savings can someone expect?
Yeah, so last time we used, I think we used your Bethlehem market. We
Yeah.
used price point. Things were coming to the market at that time around 464,000. So we had done a little scenario, 20% down, and it's about the same, about another $95 a month or so. So,
Wow.
we're slowly getting there.
Yeah, and I mean, if you stack that on where it was 2, 3 months ago, you're really looking at savings there.
Oh yeah, like 350 plus, I think, per month. Yeah, from
Wow.
those peaks. So it's big. It's really
Yeah.
big.
And so, I mean, that's got to get people more excited to be buying homes. Has inventory caught up yet, or is inventory still pretty tight?
Inventory is still tight. We're coming out of the holidays, right? So it's sometimes tough on both ends. I think things slow down. There's usually like a little bit of a seasonal slowdown, whether you're a seller or a buyer to come to market during, Thanksgiving, Christmas,
Right.
New Year's and stuff. Also, the weather doesn't typically help it, especially, here in the Northeast. I know you guys expecting a snowstorm, so if you have a seller coming to market, let's say around Christmas or New Year's, or you have buyers trekking through the snow, looking for a house, I mean, those
Right.
are some serious people. So those are, a little bit less business, but good business because those people actually want to move forward and want to do something, I think.
Yeah. And you said something early on that you think this trend seems to be continuing. What gives you, the confidence that rates might be going lower from here?
Yeah, I mean, there's no promises, right? But the Fed has really signaled, they've paused in the last meeting. So we were, for a while, it was like meeting after meeting, you were getting hikes and hikes and hikes. Federal Reserve has taken a pause, did not do a hike. The last meeting, there's another meeting end of this month. I'm not anticipating a hike, and they're actually talking about having like a lower Fed funds rate by the end of this year now. Kind of the range that they're talking about indicates that maybe somewhere around three rate cuts would happen in
Wow.
2024. So I know some people think more, some people think less, but I think around it will be somewhere around three, hopefully.
Hmm.
A little bit of that is priced in now. I think once that word came out, rates came down a bit, but if that does come to fruition, you should see some lower rates this year.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, it's nice after, talking about rates going up and up and up to finally be having these conversations. What does that mean for our markets, right? For my clients, for Allentown, Bethlehem, Stroudsburg, what are we seeing there?
Still having those inventory challenges, it seems like a reoccurring theme that, we touch on rates, things are coming down, but inventory is still sort of tough. Like I said before, the the holidays and the winter have a little bit to do with that.
Yeah.
I think rates need to come down further for that to sort of open up. Um, Days on market are up in all three markets a little bit. So I brought my research here that I've like had done last week. I think prices are pretty flat. Stroudsburg's down a little bit. Allentown was flat. Bethlehem up very, very slightly, but in general, the markets are pretty flat. You're not getting a ton of movement. You're getting higher days on market. That's the big thing that I'm noticing. So
Hmm.
I wanted to touch on that. Last meeting,
What's
Stroudsburg.
yeah,
Oh,
what's
sorry.
like average days on market?
Yeah, so average days on market, Stroudsburg last meeting we talked about right around 60, 65 days.
Mhm.
Right now we're all the way up to like 90 plus days on market. So
Wow.
a bit longer there. Yeah, for sure. Um, Allentown, you're up a little bit. You're from like the high 20s, 30 days on market up to like low 40s right now days on market. Bethlehem, you're up quite a bit as well, but these prices aren't moving. So Bethlehem, I think last time we were at 35, 36 days. Now you're about 70, 72 days on
Wow.
market. But you would think, days on market means prices are just coming down, and it's really not.
Hmm.
So you know, I I think now as we come into the new year, things will start moving a bit more.
Yeah. You would think with rates coming down, people would be buying up those homes,
Mhm.
but we're not seeing that yet, huh?
Not yet, yeah, but I think it'll get there for sure. Yeah, like I said, the holidays really tend to slow things down. But if you're a seller, if you're a buyer going to a house that came to market during the holidays, you know that that's a motivated seller that really wants to move the house, right?
Hmm.
If you're doing an open house and you see buyers coming through during the holiday season, or now, like I said, you guys are going to have a storm. If people are out shopping for houses when it's snowing out there, they want to move on something. So in this industry, I know it's usually a little slow in the winter, but if you're a real estate agent, if you're a mortgage professional, and you're working with people that are really active, then at this point that they're serious. So it's good for us.
Yeah. No, that's great. Anything else you want to hit this month that we haven't talked about?
Yeah, I think we talked last time about just like tips and trendy things.
Yeah.
So we were
Let's
joking around before about wallpaper. So I think well, let's go wallpaper 2024. I know people were talking about it and doing it in 2023. I think it's going to be pretty big in 24.
I I think you're right. Like I've seen it come up a couple times on like my social, and it's usually from the cooler people than myself putting wallpaper up. So I think you could be onto something. I just in 5 years I'll finally get wallpaper up, and that's when you know the trend's dead.
Yeah, it's funny because you think we were talking before, like, 10, 15 years ago, you think wallpaper, you think, wow, this is like an outdated space. They need to take this down. You need to, but now I see it everywhere. It's more bold. There's cool new designs, new colors. My
It's
wife's got us into a wallpaper project now, so it's we'll see. It
no,
should be
it's
fun.
really cool. And I remember, yeah, we were buying our first home in 2015, and just then, like, we would see wallpaper and be like, "Oh, this house needs to be updated if we're going to move into it."
Yeah.
And now it's like, "Oh, maybe we should have hung on to that wallpaper."
Yeah, I'm doing the kids' room, so I think it'll be fun for them.
What kind of wallpaper are you going with?
Yeah, we're trying to figure that out. We're definitely they have some like mural stuff where you can do like animals for the kids and stuff like that. So they're gonna pick it out and we're gonna it's gonna be the project I think for this month at around
That's
the house.
awesome. Is it easier to put up now than it used to be? I heard it used to be like a huge headache to put it up.
Good question. I am going to have someone help me put it up.
There we go.
So I'm the numbers behind the desk guy. I don't swing a hammer or pick up a
Uh-huh.
paintbrush or do much around the house, unfortunately. I try when I can, but I think my wife sometimes appreciates when I let other people do it too.
Absolutely. Well, we will get wallpaper updates on our next meeting next month.
Yeah, let's do it for sure.
Awesome. All right. Well, I mean, I will not shave. I will keep this trend of lower rates going, and hopefully it
Please
means
do.
more activity in the real estate market.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Jimmy. Keep the
Awesome.
beard
All right. Well,
going.
thanks again for stopping by, Gio.
I appreciate you. Talk soon.
See you. Man.